Hi, Steve Westfall from Banner Engineering here. Today's session's going to be talking about enabling devices as well as the term called bypassing of devices. Now typically enabling devices is, what is it? It's a manually controlled device that you can use so that you can continuously actuate this thing so that as you're holding it, you're able to generate some sort of a motion in again, a maintenance mode, not a run mode. So you have control of something that you can use to either continue to run, or with a button on top of these, you can create a jogging situation. So you're turning on and turning off while you're making some adjustments or whatever the case may be. Now there's a lot of other types of devices that can be overridden, and we'll show you some of those choices here coming up. Now, why is it used again? It's mainly for the maintenance personnel to be able to operate some hazardous motion while they're making some sort of a task or an adjustment as we go here. So it includes a jog type manual control, like I mentioned, to make adjustments, and at that time they're still protected from the hazard in that cell itself. Now, if actuated in the proper safety controller setup, no one other than the person that's providing that motion is able to get the thing to run. Anything that happens in the background, for example, if I went through a door and now I've reached for this inside the door to manipulate the motion that I want to obtain, if anybody shuts that door behind me, there's no way that that can actually create any type of a run condition. Once you've squeezed this into the detent position, you have now got control, even if you set the thing down to make some adjustments and pick it up again to actuate it again. As long as you are in there and controlling this, no one else can override that. Here it's just kind of showing a couple of people that might be in a cell. If that's the situation, each one of them is going to have an enabling device so that they are doing things together internally. Or it might just be something like this, where you're activating the duty that you want to complete just by opening up the door, which normally has to be closed in a run mode. Also, this is not considered an emergency stop device. Even though you can stop the motion when you let go of it, it's not considered an emergency stop device. There are three models of the enabling devices that we carry. The first one here is actually just a single switch that you enable by squeezing it into that detent position. So what you're looking at here is just a configuration that's been done from a configurable controller like an SC10 or an XS26. It's actually in live mode here that's showing that it's running in a normal mode. I've got a gate switch, the gate is shut, everything's running. And this next one here shows that the enabling device has been squeezed. We've squeezed the enabling device, which actually starts the enable block to begin its countdown. As long as it's still in an active state, you can let go of this, pick it up again after you've made an adjustment, and away you go. Then on the bottom here is going to be the other two models that we have, and the difference between them is the amount of contacts that you have within. But one of the big differences is the fact that there's actually a normally open button on top that's used to actually control the jogging of this situation. So to get the button to work, you have to hold the detent position, that middle position, and at the same time use your thumb to activate the actual jogging. So that's what we're going to see right here again in a live mode, if you will. This again shows that the gate switch is closed, nobody's activated anything, the output is on, and away we go. And now here we've actually squeezed the enabling button here, and because that has started our action here, all we now need is another input to actually trigger our output, and that's going to be, while I'm holding this again, I'm activating that top button and turning it on and off at a speed that we're comfortable with. Okay, so the enabling motion has happened, and even though I've stopped it, it's all ready to go as long as I still have some time left on my setup. Now, the enabling device does have to have some sort of an expiration time on there.
Thanks for watching.